Yo, what is going on, guys? We are finally back now for the season finale for season 42 of Alliance War. I think in the last video I was saying 43. I was getting a little mixed up. So we are back, the very final war, and I'm about to do all my fights in one go. So up first here we have Obi-Wan Kenobi's 7-star Mantis, and it was funny because he was fighting my Galen at the start of this war, and I sent him a picture of his Mantis, and I was like, looking at his Mantis, I'm like, alright, like, of all the fights this war, I have an Attuma that, like, I was kind of worried about, but Mantis, this was, like, the easiest fight, like, you know, on my path, like, this was, like, the easiest one, but things start going kind of sideways. Right there, you see, I get hit by a heavy attack. That's not great, so that one, you know, I tried to wait it out, go ahead, throw my special 2 here, I'm like, okay, we're back on track, you know, this fight, it's fine, we're good, we're good, we're good. So boom, bait out the heavy again, you know, get out space this time. But then Mantis decides to throw a special 1 here. And now that is the one thing you don't want when you're fighting Mantis. And then I miss an intercept, I catch a fat combo to the face, and I am like, oh my god, the sleep's about to trigger. But thankfully, because we're in Surging Swarm, our detonation passive turns red. That means we can do our damage, drop the special 2, so that we don't go to sleep. And we kill her in the nick of time. So, it was supposed to be the easy fight this war, and I almost died. So, yeah, really glad I didn't die to that. Next up here we have a Terrax, which is actually going to be my easiest fight this war, just with Absorbing Man. 7-star Terrax here is an absolute... Any Terrax is just a joke for Absorbing Man. Actually, that's not true. There was one Terrax, once upon a time, that absolutely destroyed my rank 5 Absorbing Man, and he was in Incursions. He just had the most ridiculous nodes. Even Absorbing Man couldn't do it. It was stupid. But that's a tale for another time. Next up here we have a Jabari Panther. So unfortunately, I need to use a lot of potions. I'm still working on getting all those potions back. I kind of forgot to buy potions daily the last couple days after war ended as well. But there's a month till the next season, so I'll have plenty of time to restock on all my potions and my boosts. As you can see, I only have 1 invulnerability boost left, which I was debating using here, but I decided to go for a Power Start 1 instead. So here we have Ebb and Flow Knockdown, but I think someone placed a guidance here for me. So, you know, the annoying thing about Jabari is, you know, she shrugs parry stuns, or she cleanses them rather, but she can't do nothing against that guidance. So boom, there we go, knock her down. Looking for a light intercept, don't get it, but then we do hit the medium intercept, and now we are in Surging Swarm. Boom, there we go, we get our detonation red. Boom, drop a fat special 2. Oh baby, that was some big damage. Go ahead, knock her down again here for I don't know why, and then throw a special 1, and she dead. Like that was how the Mantis fight was supposed to go. But hey, it's all good. We're alive. That fight went well, so it's good. Now this was the fight that I was slightly worried about, especially at first. I was talking to my my officers about it, because Attuma is just an absolute monster after his buff, a defensive monster. I faced this guy in Battlegrounds and I just got destroyed. And so that was the reason I was kind of scared of this fight. But like, oh no, dude, Legacy, you're good. Absorbing Man with the Uru form, you're going to be bypassing the Thorns damage pretty much, because the Thorns that Attuma deals is physical based damage, and whilst we're in Uru form, we have about like 8,000 physical resistance. And I tested this in like a duel. So the strategy here was to wait out the Crumbling Armor node. But I was a little bit of a silly goose at the start there. You see I waited way too long, because once the Armor Break tries to trigger, it doesn't try to re-trigger until you actually hit the opponent again. So I was just kind of sitting there waiting for nothing. But it's all good. It's all good. And I'm just, you know, spamming these special ones anytime I want. You see I am taking some damage. It's about 148 damage, which is negligible. That's nothing. That's nothing to worry about. Our regen can easily heal that back anyways. And yeah, I pushed this to more red, but I'm confident this special will kill. And it does. So rank 4 Attuma, no problem, no sweat for Absorbing Man. Absorbing Man, definitely my favorite Attuma counter now. It used to be Kitty, but I don't love it. I don't love Kitty for it, but Absorbing Man, he's definitely my favorite Attuma counter. And so now we move on to path number 9, and here we're fighting a thing. And I remember this fight, it was going totally fine, and then I wanted to F around and find out, basically, with his Unstoppable. I wanted to trigger the Unstoppable to kind of give myself some Mystic Dispersion power gain, I think, or something. And just because, you know, it shouldn't be a problem with Absorbing Man. But when I do that, I end up getting a combo, I'm pretty sure. Is it going to be here? I think, no, we bait the special, we get rid of those rock stacks. But it is going to be in a second here. And also our form fell off, which is super annoying. So I got to get that back. Boom, you see it, as soon as we throw it, we purify all those shocks on us. So, this fight was eight days ago, over a week ago when I'm recording this currently. But I'm pretty sure it's coming up here, probably on this rock stack. I think maybe I was trying to like use the special one as well, because yeah, here he throws a special, and he's very far from a bar of power, so I just hit him there, and then I get pushed to my special 2, right, and then I trigger the Unstoppable again, and we got a ton of debuffs on us at this point. I throw the special thinking it's going to be unblockable, but of course it's not, because my form wasn't refined. But here we get him back to 15, bait this, and I'm like, okay, let's just relax. Let's get this fight back on track. Trigger my morph charges. Boom, that triggers a healing passive that's giving us 800 health per second. Get up back up right to 69%, and then we go ahead and end that fight. So, I definitely did not need to get that out of hand, but at the same time, it's all good. We didn't die. That's all that matters. Now next up here, we have a Bishop, and I'm pretty sure I did this fight 2 wars prior, this like exact same fight with Future Ant-Man. So I was prepared for it this time. I think the previous time I did the fight, I took like some heavies, and it didn't go perfectly. You know, we still got it done, but there's definitely some mistakes. So this time, I have full confidence in this fight. And I'm not afraid to hit him in the shock phase here. I'm just looking for intercepts. Just if I see the intercepts, boom. That's 2 free intercepts. Three intercepts in that shock mode. Only got 1 debuff, and now we're rewarded with the Surging Swarm, which is exactly what we want. We always want to be in the Surging Swarm. The only time you kind of got to be a little bit careful of the Surging Swarm is when you're fighting a Mystic champ with like Mystic Dispersion, because when those debuffs expiring, they could feed that Mystic Dispersion. So that's really the only time you need to be careful. Anytime, pretty much outside that, as long as there's no nodes as well, giving like there is nodes that basically are artificial Mystic Dispersion for any champ. But yeah, as long as there's nothing like that, you pretty much just always want to have as many of the Surging Swarm buffs as possible. And yeah, this fight goes pretty great. We did take a little bit of damage, but that was my last fight for Future Ant-Man, so it's all good. Then I just needed to wait for that Spidey to be taken down. And bada bing, bada boom, there we go. Justin took it down. Shout out to him. Now I can go and do my last fight for this war, final war of this. It's always such a good feeling when, you know, you're doing your final fights of the season and then you're just done. You can just chill for the night. It's a very nice feeling. So here we have Korg on node 49 with the Incinerate and Poison Hazard Shift. I do have Mortal Abomination on the team, so that gives us full immunity to poison. And the great thing about that synergy and that immunity is it's full immunity to poison, I'm pretty sure, like, just any time. So, you know, Absorbing Man has 3 forms, technically. He has his Uru form, and he has his Magma form, and if those fall off, he just has his, what I like to call his man form, just his human form. I just call him, he's just man. Just a regular white bald dude that's super jacked. That's just his man form. And so I'm pretty sure, because like all of his immunities are tied to a form, you know, Bleed and Shock, it's tied to his Uru form, you know, Incinerate, Cold Snap, all that energy stuff tied to the Magma form. But that poison immunity from that I-Bomb or Immortal Hulk synergy, it's just poison immunity, permanent poison immunity. I don't think you need to be in any one given form. Doesn't matter if you're formless, you're just in man mode, you still have that poison immunity, which is why that synergy is just so powerful, and I'm such a big fan of it, and it's so useful for Alliance War for these hazard shift nodes. Probably one of the best synergies in the entire game, to be totally honest. Like, Absorbing Man already has so many immunities, and then you give him the most common immunity, and like one of the best immunity to have, poison. Like, I mean, poison is like the most common effect in the entire game, so it's one of the best immunities to have. Like, it's just such a good synergy. And we are just destroying this Korg, man. I had absolutely zero fear going into this Korg fight. I took a Korg boss a couple wars prior, and this is basically the same thing, just a toned down version. So hit him with a nice little heavy into special 2 to get those crits. Korg drops. Final fight of the war. We big chillin'. We didn't die. So yeah, that is going to do it for this final war. I'm going to be right back, and we'll check some stats for this season. Alright guys, so unfortunately we ended up losing the final war of the season, which we kind of did need to win to secure top 10 masters. And if we did that, we would be bumped up another reward tier to number 3 overall just for this season, because there was some problems with war number 9, I think it was. So everyone's going up 1 reward tier. We started the war off with like 4 or 5 deaths or something, so we were just off to a rough start and we weren't able to come back from it. When it was 7 deaths, then it was 4. But overall, I had an alright season. I ended up placing 8th overall for power rating, 65 kills, 2 deaths. No, nothing crazy. Not a fantastic season. Not a horrible season. Not bad. I did my part for the Alliance. I had like 77 power rating or something like that. And then so we move on to the rewards. And so we did, I'm pretty sure these are top 10 Masters rewards. So it's a little cut off here, but we do have a few selectors there. So that final selector right over here is 25% tier 6 class catalysts selectors, which is great. Probably going to be picking up some tech and skill for my next rank 5s. Then there's some nexuses, 6-star nexus crystals. There's some tier 5 class catalyst selectors, 8,000 7-star shards, bunch of rank 4 materials, which I really need to get that next rank 5, and some more tier 6 class catalyst fragment crystals. So we will be doing a big season rewards opening, but we're going to be doing it with the battleground season rewards as well. So we're going to have a combined big opening video plus then a big rank ups, all probably in the same video. We'll see. I'm really excited for that. Not exactly sure what the plan's going to be yet. Still waiting on Battlegrounds rewards, but I'm really excited to open this because these rewards were also delayed like an entire week. So nice to finally have them. That's going to do it for Season 42 of Alliance War, guys. We will be back with Season 43 of Alliance War in about a month's time. And it's going to be a bit of a sketchy season because I'm going to be going on 2 trips. One camping with my family and one to the lake with my boys. So going to have probably like 1 to 2 bars of connection. But I'm going to make it work. I'm going to be staying in the Alliance. So we'll see. That's going to be for some interesting videos. Always does. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this final Alliance War video for a while, for about the next month. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like. If so, subscribe if you want to see more content. Thank you so much for watching, guys. All support. Love you all. Peace.